Oh, fuck.
Well, guys, this is, I guess, a better version of my, video, sort of, not against Together to the Top, but, I just don't think that Together to the Top really applies to anyone. I think it's more of just a way for him to grow bigger. And, Athena wins, and it's like, he's already at the top. Over 500k subscribers. How much more to the top is he trying to get? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's already there. If anything, he's trying to not even necessarily help us, just say he's helping us, but really help himself, sort of thing, I guess. It just annoys me when honestly, Minecraft just isn't fun anymore because it's people like that who not ruin Minecraft, but just they try to take as much of the spotlight as they can for themselves, and yeah, they look like they're helping other smaller channels, but honestly, they're really just doing it for themselves. I mean, when you try to expose other channels and stuff, you kind of make yourself look better to the community, and a lot of people do it just to look better to the community. They don't necessarily do it because they're they want to. And any person that says they do, it's up for serious speculation. I think it's more of a small channels should help each other. I mean, the game is getting boring for me now. Why? Because what chance do I have to even entertain anybody? You have all these big YouTubers who are already entertaining hundreds of thousands of people, and they don't even leave room for smaller channels to grow. Which you could say I'm complaining. You know what? If you have a problem with that, stop watching the video. I think that a lot of smaller channels should have an opportunity to get out there, and I think it should be more Together from the Ground, or Together We Grind as as small YouTube channels. We should be together about it, not that's fine. You could be subscribed to the major ones, you like them, that's fine, but I'm kind of fed up with and I'm speaking for a lot of people that I talk to about this, and it's just, it gets to a point where it's why bother even uploading? There's so much more potential out there that's even better than those bigger YouTube channels, and you can argue, yeah, they got there because they're good and whatever. Yeah, they're good, or they just put out content before everybody else did, so they got noticed more, and that's pretty much what it's all about. It's all about being noticed, not so much about Chester glitched at 1.8. Anyway, it's not so much it's exposure. I mean, you're gonna see people with shitty quality have a lot of subs. Why? Because they're exposed more. More people might dislike them, but that just increases the chances of them getting liked more. Because the bigger the audience, the more of a chance at least one person or more is gonna like you. That's just how it works when it comes to exposure. And that's what the big channels do. I mean, they don't really. I've noticed that people with good quality, well, not good quality they'll advertise someone with shitty quality. What I'm trying to say is they'll advertise someone with sort of mediocre quality, I guess you could say, because someone with better quality kind of threatens them in a way. And some YouTubers are afraid of not being threatened, but just they'd rather keep the base of threats small, I guess you could say. A lot of them don't, they don't give back to the community because they want to. They do it because they feel they have to, and because they want to look better. I mean, there's a lot of giveaways are only for subs. If you knew how YouTube works, it works pretty much in the way of more profit equals their videos get more views and stuff. So a more popular YouTuber gets, advertised more because, he creates more revenue for YouTube itself. And to a lot of major YouTubers, small channels that subscribe to them, or just channels that subscribe to them in general, aren't really looked at, you guys aren't really even looked at as subscribers, homies, champs, any little nickname you guys are given. I mean, you're not really looked to as that. And you can disagree with me all you want. That's fine. It's just my opinion. So don't take offense to it if you guys if you guys think I'm wrong, that's fine. I'm wrong to you. That's fine. You don't have to make an argument out of it. But I think that in my opinion, you guys are just money. When someone looks at subs, and you look at the advertisements on their videos, and they get a few hundred, whatever, thousand views, or they get tens of thousands of views. that speculates into a lot of money when you think about it. Those ads that are automatically watched, you don't even have to click, they're getting paid for that. And when you account like the 10,000 or more plus views, that's definitely a good over $100. Let's say like, you know, SSOHPKC pushes out 15 videos a day. He gets at least 10,000 on those videos. You know how much money he made in that one day? Probably a lot more than you expect from your everyday YouTuber. And same thing goes with PBAT, Sly Fox. I mean, they're all nice people from what I've gauged. They're not like assholes about it. But to, you know, to a lot of YouTubers, you're just really looked upon as money. You know, they love what they do. I'm pretty sure, you know, they appreciate you guys a lot. I'm not saying like they don't appreciate you guys, but in the end, you know what you are to them? Money. And a lot of people, you know, they don't see that. And I'm not trying to like make you like burst your rubber like, oh, Santa doesn't exist. You know, I'm pretty sure these guys are nice guys. You know, they're not assholes. I'm not trying to trash them. I mean, if I was a bigger YouTuber, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm getting more money because I have more subs. But in the end, like, I remember where I started. You know, I started from like 1 subscriber, and I'm not trying to say like I'm just jealous because, you know, I've had a shout out. Well, not a shout out, but when I first came upon my YouTube channel, was really founded upon asking who Lucklin was, or his little small channel Robucklin that he made, if any of you guys remember. And that that's pretty much how this channel started. You know, I got a decent amount of subscribers from that, and I'm not. So if you guys think that like I've just never been a shout out and I'm jealous and all that stuff, like, you know, he liked my videos, favorited it. I got a lot of views and a lot of subs from it. And, you know, I'm not trying to be greedy or anything. It's just that, like, you know, like, people get lucky like that. I got lucky right when I first started the channel with that, but you know, that's the most luck I've ever had. Some people get luckier, but the point is that like people like you big YouTubers like that, like, people will stay up all night to wait for 1.8, like the major YouTubers, and they will upload. See, like Chimney Swift, here's an amazing example. He's a good commentator. I like his videos. But do you really need to upload one video for every little thing about 1.8, or can you just make one giant video? And this is where it becomes sketchy. You know, like, they don't need to make one video for every little update that's like a minute long. They can just make one decent sized video explaining everything. But you see, when they do that, it creates a better revenue for them. Like, they get more money because they know that you guys are gonna at least 10,000. Okay, 1.8 came out. Chimney Swift made like what, like 15 episodes. I mean, 15 things, like 15 little videos in which he could have done it within like at least 3 videos. But you know why he didn't? Because it generates more money. And that's probably what he lives off, YouTube, because, you know, he's probably done with college or just didn't go to college. And I'm not gonna lie, YouTube is an amazing source of money when you have that many subscribers and you're that popular. But did he really need to make all those little videos? No. And that's why I sort of respect SSOHPKC more, because he doesn't do that for the most part. Lucklin does the same thing, but he's, you know, he's the one that gave me a shout out. But you know, that's just my opinion. It's like, you don't need to make that many small videos on, or like, what was it? Oh, it was like this weird mod thing that Chimney Swift did, reviewing this. What's the mod? I don't remember what it was, but it was like this weird mod that allowed like pig. What is it? Pig. Let's see, like pig tribes, right? And it had like a bunch of different little things in it, like the mod itself, and he made a bunch of different little videos explaining each and every little aspect, when it's like, you can create one video explaining all of it. But you see, why do that when he can create one, I mean, like several videos that will create more revenue for him, and, you know, he'll make more money off of it. It's pretty much what it comes down to. And it's like, it's just sketchy, you know. It's like, are they really doing this for YouTube, or are they doing this to gain money? And that's just my question, sort of. Like, that's why I am a little skeptical on the major YouTubers, because some of them, not all of them, some of them ruin it for them, and it kind of creates like a bad image. Great commentators, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not, you know, bashing their creativity as commentators. I mean, there's a reason why they're at the top, but just because you're a good commentator doesn't mean you can't be like, you know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't mean like, you know, they won't try to like suck as much money as they can out of someone. They're good for a reason, you know. They're gonna do it. They know they're gonna get that many views. That's pretty much why they know they can do it. So that's just my take on it. I personally believe that the Minecraft community as a whole should work together. Like a bunch of smaller channels, just come together, just have fun, because the game is really not that fun when you just watch a bunch of giant commentators do the same shit over and over again. Every giant commentator does the same exact thing over and over again. Each of them has their own unique series, but when it comes to updates and everything, it's all the same. And tutorials and everything, you know, they always try to be the first one out there just so they can get the views. And it's kind of, I mean, that's how YouTube works, sadly, so I'm not going to be like, you know, blah, 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 cry about it, because, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't done it either, but it's like that's really what it's come down to. And I just want the game to be enjoyed more, you know. Like, I remember I used to play Super Smash as a little kid, and I could sit there for hours by myself playing that game without a friend. And if a friend came over, that was a bonus, awesome. But like, I didn't need one. Today, I need people to have fun with, and I do have people to like play with. And it's like, that's what Minecraft's missing. Not these stupid, like, you know. I mean, how many times are you guys gonna watch major commentators make one video about how a one-player series? Like, how many times are you guys gonna do that? I mean, I've done it enough, and I feel like I don't need to do it anymore. That's just my take on it. But, you know, leave feedback, guys. I really want to know if my opinion is right or wrong. Just let me know what your perspective is. This isn't some sort of like bashing argument against huge commentators. This isn't some sort of fight I'm trying to pick with a bunch of people. I just think that Together to the Top, or just some stupid crap like that, just doesn't really apply to many people. Like, it's such a vague term, Together to the Top. Who is us? Us could be whenever he decides to like switch to something else in terms of like in terms of like, let's say he wanted to switch his style to something else. Athena Wins wasn't always gaming at all. Then he changed it to Minecraft. I wonder why. Why? Because it was the hottest thing out there, and he already had a lot of subs, so he knew he would get more. And it's I'm just thinking to myself, you know, what's next? But yeah, just leave feedback. I want to know what you guys think about this, because, and this is, like I said, this isn't an argument. This isn't some sort of heated discussion about YouTube and commentators and whatever. This is just like a opinion thing. I want to know your opinion. I don't want to argue. Arguing is really immature at this point about the subject I'm trying to talk about. I just want to actually talk to someone who has something to say, not like an argument waiting to come out of his mouth or her mouth or whatever. So leave feedback and let me know what you guys think. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.